how you doing? Randy Van Patten here, Vanz Drumming here in the vault again. Once again, this week we're going to talk a little bit about another funk groove from the book Advanced Funk Studies from Rick Latham. I did a pretty basic groove last week. Everybody seemed to enjoy it quite a bit, so I thought let's come back this week and do another since I had some requests. Play some more funk. Again, this one's a really easy one. Last week we talked about basically playing, it was all a groove on the upbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and the hi-hat and bass basically stayed the same the whole time. So it was always that same groove in the hi-hat and bass. This particular groove is the same exact concept with the bass drum on 1, 2, 3, and 4, except for the hi-hat is also, instead of just playing on the ands, it's going to play on the and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like so. And if you need to take that slow, make sure you get it smooth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all right, one more time. This is very exciting stuff. So there you go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, as you can see by the beat here, there it is. Basically, we're going to break it down again. It's obviously a 4-beat measure. So, and you can see on the groove, it's a set of 16th notes, 1 E and a. So the bass drum is on 1, the snare is on the E, and the and is hi-hat. Okay, so let's do that really slow. 1 E and a. Now, again, the idea is to get that non-stop feel that going by itself, so then you can start, you don't want to have to, anyway, forget to settle that. Let's just focus on each section again, but you eventually want to get that feel of boom, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. 1 E and a. All right. One E and a. So beat 2 will be the snare and bass drum on beat 2, and then you have it's an 8th note, so you have a little space after the 8th note. The E is silent, so the 2E, it's like bass drum and snare 2, and the E is silent, and then you have a and on the hi-hat, and then the is on the snare. So this one can be a little bit funky. Never mind. It's very hard to do in pieces like this. It's much easier to get the feeling of the groove. So as you can see, it's easier when you start getting that feel of the hi-hat, with the hi-hat and snare going. Beat number 3, as you can see here, is basically, again, the E is silent, so you have the same thing, 3 and but you're basically taking your snare drum, instead of putting on the you're putting it on the actual and. All right? All right. And then as you see, beat 4 is identical to beat 1. So you have 1 E and on beat 1, and then it repeats itself on beat 4. So as you start playing this groove, you'll have 2 actual beats that sound alike. And you'll never know where 1 is. No. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at the entire groove together. Let's play along together. Grab your sticks, boys and girls. Okay, here we go. And if you need to take that slower, slow it down until you can get that really smooth. Okay, because that little hi-hat thing, it has to be right on time. So let's try that really smooth. And here's a demonstration of what it would sound like a little bit faster, which again, groove does not need to be fast. Speed. Groovy is groove. Groovy is groovy, groovy. Groovy could be slow. All right. And one thing you want to remember to do is play with the tip of your stick on these little hi-hat nuances. You don't want to be whacking the side. Listen to the difference. You want to get the nice crispy top of the stick. Tip of the stick, top of the stick, tip of the stick, top of the hat. Crispy. Crispy hat. New term. And then again, don't forget, just like last time, think of a fill that might go along with that groove, or at least, add some spice instead of just dribbling around the toms. Blah, 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 blah. So, there we go. That stunk. That didn't go any along with it at all. Anyway, let me try again. Well, sometimes improvising doesn't always come out the best way. So there you go. Welcome to Vanz Drumming. Thank you for joining me. Thank you again. I hope you enjoyed the funky beat. It's a cool little beat. Enjoy it. Rock and roll. Funkadelic. Very cool. Thank you. Visit vanzdrumming.com and have a wonderful day.